I've had a vision. A whirlpool that sucks in all hope of life, and at its center is that.
This line, and all of the weird visions in Age of Ultron, warn the Avengers about Thanos' arrival in Infinity War. And in this video, I'll tell you how. And big spoiler warning for Avengers Infinity War. So in the aftermath of the latest Avengers film, I've been looking back on all the past MCU films for clues about Thanos' victory. The clearest bit of foreshadowing came from one of the most maligned scenes in the franchise, Thor's vision in Avengers Age of Ultron. In case you've forgotten, Wanda Maximoff, who takes her powers from the Mind Stone, gives most of the Avengers weird, cryptic visions. Thor sees... well, it's complicated. First off, the deleted version of this vision is much better than what we ended up with in the final film. In that version, Thor allows ancient witches called Norns to possess him, and they tell Erik Selvig that Ultron is only dangerous because he possesses an Infinity Stone. This not only makes Ultron seem like a larger threat, but it nicely foreshadows Infinity War. But what we saw in theaters was Thor having a schwitz followed by a hazy sneak peek of the Infinity Gauntlet. But let's recap all of these visions in a little bit more detail. Tony sees all of the Avengers dead on an asteroid, and a Chitauri army advancing on Earth through Tesseract-created portals. This vision is a key moment in Tony's character arc. It intensifies his PTSD, motivates him to create Ultron.
I see a suit of armor around the world.
And to continue wearing nanobot armor in Infinity War. Remember, he tells Pepper that his chest plate is for protection. Natasha flashes back to the first moment when she was forced to take a life. She also relives the surgery where she was sterilized. At one point, her hospital gurney rolls past children without mouths. These kids symbolize the children that she'll never have, but also silence in the face of evil. Captain America is celebrating the end of World War II and finally gets his dance with Peggy Carter. He's presented with everything he ever wanted, but senses that it's not enough. There's a brief moment where he dances silently with Peggy, and then the room is empty. And finally, Thor's vision, which at the time seemed the most superfluous of the four. In this vision, Thor is at a party in Asgard, where people wear strange masks. Heimdall has no eyes, but says he can see.
They see everything. They see you leading us to hell.
This refers to the Asgardian version of the afterlife, Hell with one L, which Hela, Thor's sister, is the goddess of. Heimdall's words foreshadow the Asgardian genocide, or half-genocide, that kicks off Infinity War. Thor's leadership destroyed Asgard, and he ultimately led them into the hands of their greatest enemy. Heimdall goes on to say,
You're a destroyer, Odinson.
This is followed by Thor shooting lightning from his chest and killing Asgardians. And this clearly foreshadows Thor's lightning powers in Thor Ragnarok, and also his role in the destruction of Asgard. Heimdall also says,
See where your power leads.
This could foreshadow Thor's journey in Infinity War, when he has to travel to the source of his hammer, neath the Valir, to create a new weapon to kill Thanos. But when we look at the extended version of the Norn cave scene, the foreshadowing is even more obvious.
How do we stop Ultron?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice wasn't the way to stop Ultron, no offense Pietro, but it was the key to stopping Thanos. On 4 different occasions in Infinity War, characters are asked to make sacrifices for the greater good. Peter Quill, Doctor Strange, and Wanda all could have stopped Thanos by killing someone innocent, but hesitated. But Thanos throws his daughter off a cliff and ends up winning the ultimate power glove.
I love the power glove. It's so bad.
Thor and Selvig think these visions are about stopping Ultron, but I believe they're all about the Infinity Stones and warning of the coming threat, Thanos. Remember, Wanda creates these visions, and she derives her powers from the stones, and now we know that the stones are intelligent. In Infinity War, the Red Skull says the Soul Stone has wisdom, and the Space Stone brought him to Vormir as a punishment. The Ether in Thor the Dark World is also sentient, as Odin says,
It seeks out host bodies, drawing strength from their life force.
And the Norns, through Thor, say,
It is of the six, the infinite six. Cannot be joined nor kept apart.
Meaning the stones can never be combined, but they are drawn toward one another. If the stones are intelligent, then it's possible they tried to warn the Avengers about Thanos, but the message got tangled in the petty mortals' crowded subconsciouses. For instance, Black Widow relives the first moment she had to take a life. But reliving this memory also causes her to relive her guilt. Afterwards, she distances herself from the morality of killing one life to save many, and later refuses to sacrifice the Vision's life for the greater good. In Tony's vision, Captain America's shield is broken, symbolizing their broken relationship and the fracturing of the Avengers.
That shield doesn't belong to you. My father made that shield.
When Steve says,
You could have saved us.
This could have meant keeping the Avengers together. Prophecy is often misinterpreted. In the greatest tragedies, like Oedipus Rex or Revenge of the Sith, characters' efforts to prevent portended doom often cause those events to happen. Similarly, Tony's interpretation of this vision splits the Avengers and leads to Thanos' victory. Heimdall keeps telling Thor to wake up. I believe this means that Thor has to see Thanos the greater threat. Thanos' eradication of half the universe is foreshadowed twice. In Steve's vision, everyone at the party disappears. In Infinity War, his two closest friends, Sam and Bucky, also disappear. And later, the Norn's words,
We count the dead, and they are legion,
are a warning about half the universe being wiped away. The Norns also say to fear the Father's ambition, which could be a warning about Thanos. The Mad Titan's followers are called the Children of Thanos. And when Thanos gathers the gems and becomes God, in many ways, he becomes the father of all creation. And there's another bit of clever symbolism hidden in these three visions. Heimdall has no eyes. The children have no mouths, and Steve can't hear any music. This is an allusion to the three wise monkeys, see, hear, and speak no evil. These figures represent looking the other way in the face of evil, just as the Avengers are ignorant of the greater looming threat, Thanos. At the end of Thor's vision, he sees the Infinity Gauntlet and the Vision possessing a stone. Thor's visions are so important that they inspire him to endow the machine with life, and they give the Vision his name.
I've had a vision. A whirlpool that sucks in all hope of life, and at its center is that.
The climax of Infinity War is all about the Vision. He's surrounded on all sides, like he's in the center of a whirlpool of darkness, and he's the last person standing between Thanos and godhood. If that's not good foreshadowing, I don't know what is. What do you guys think about Thor's vision? Did they have all this planned ahead, or was it just dumb luck? Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.